I don't know if anyone else out there uses Microsoft Hotmail, or what used to be called Hotmail, which for some inexplicable reason they decided to now call Outlook, even though they have another product called Outlook, which is an entirely different thing. I've been using Hotmail since I was probably, I don't know, in my late teens. I'm not sure, but I've been using it for a long time. And in the time it's been available, it's gone through so many permutations. I am convinced that when a new graduate comes to Microsoft, they are given Hotmail to mess with as a toy. They're told, go and improve Hotmail for everyone, and they dive in and they make a complete mess. And people are sitting there who've been using it for years with no problem at all, wondering, why is this changed? Why is that changed? Why is it? And Microsoft seem to have it in for people who use Hotmail, or now Outlook, which is not the Outlook that they actually market as a product. It's a different thing with the same name. I think secretly they want everyone to stop using Microsoft Hotmail. They don't like doing it. They don't like having it around. So they don't care, actually. They maliciously allow the graduates to mess with it, knowing that it's going to irritate everyone. Now, I've just tried to write an email, right? And every time I put my cursor over anything, it has to move, it has to change shape, it has to change colour. Why? To let me know that my cursor's over it. But the thing is, I've got a cursor to let me know exactly where my cursor is. It's a little, I can see it on the screen now. It's a little arrow, and I can see where it is. But the people designing Microsoft Hotmail, oh no, they're not satisfied with you moving your cursor around. No, they have to show you exactly where your cursor is with 5 different elements changing shape and irritating you as you're using the thing. Why? Because some moron decided, oh, wouldn't that look nice? All you're doing is I don't know what the word would be. You're offering too much feedback. It's that simple. Do you understand that people don't need to be told, this is here, this is here, this is here, when they can see where it is? I don't know what's gotten into the minds of so-called web developers, whereby they think that people need to be told that there's something where they can see that there's something. I know where my cursor is at any given moment. I can see it. I don't need to be told, the cursor's here, by something flashing or changing shape. Nothing would be more irritating to anyone than something changing shape and telling them something they already know. So what's the solution? The solution is web developers leave things alone. The problem is in the job title, developer. It means they can never ever stop what they're doing. So they are committed by their job title to ruining internet experience for everyone, and the same with software development. Development. The moment these guys have the word development in front of them, they say, oh, we can't leave it alone. We have to fool with it. If you want to do anything in that field of software or web development or whatever you want to call it, change the job title. You can't have people running around endlessly developing things, because you end up with a whole culture of lunacy where people mess with things for the sake of messing with things. It's absolutely crazy. Can you imagine if I had a toolbox full of tools and every week some idiot came in and started changing my tools? It wouldn't be long before that idiot was not able to do it anymore. I would stop that person doing it. But the problem is, when you use software created by some group of morons somewhere, you can't communicate with them and tell them, whoa, hang on, stop messing with it, guys, because they're not listening anymore. They don't ever listen to any of the users, ever. They say to themselves, well, we have too many users. How can we possibly service them all? We'll service none of them. 0 people will get what they want. They'll get what we want. what we want to do. So these developers are sitting there, la 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 la, I've done my job for the day. I've changed the function of the software that I am engaged in developing. And they go home and they don't ever hear or listen. They don't hear from or listen to any of the users who are going, whoa, what have you done? Why have you changed this? And that happens all over the place. And it never used to happen. You would get a product or something and it was good for 5 years minimum. It never changed. They were very careful not to change it because they knew that every time they changed it, they'd get a storm of complaints. Well, the complaints are still there, but these guys aren't listening. So all they're doing is irritating the entire population of planet Earth and sitting there going la 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 la, pretending nothing's going wrong. And this is the state of what they call web development and software development. A load of idiots who are blind and deaf to the very customer they are beholden to produce things for. Oh, well, we think it's a good idea. Who cares what you think? You're not the customer. You're not the user. It's the same principle as a writer. A writer is not the right person to analyze their own book. They can't see it. They can't see the problems. They don't have the perspective that someone else, a proofreader, would give them, or an editor. And once those insights are given to them, the author will say, oh yeah, I see it now. Same problem with software designers. I won't call them developers anymore. I'll call them programmers. A programmer, which is what they actually are, they're not developers. Oh, look at me. Oh, I'm a developer. No, you're not. You're a programmer. And you should be proud of that. Programming is a worthwhile endeavour. But the problem is, crikey, that shocked me. Something fell off. The problem is that these people don't stop developing. Oh, that's annoying. That's as annoying as having something not work for you on a website because someone interfered with it. I wonder if I can stop this falling off. Anyway. Yeah, it'll fall off again. Okay, the point is that these guys need to stop what they're doing and leave things alone. You have to leave things alone so that the user can use what they've got in front of them and get used to it. Don't go changing it, don't go improving it, because you're not improving it. You are devastating the user's ability to have comfort in the use of it. Oh, we can make the button change shape in this way, in that way, in the other way. And the users are going, whoa, hang on, I've been using that button for 10 years, it's fine. But some idiot goes, oh yeah, what a great idea. And then the whole world of users suffer. Here's a good example. I'm using Windows 11, yeah? For some inexplicable reason, the X in the top right-hand corner of any window that I might click on to close the window changes colour to red. For no reason at all. And whenever I close a window and there's one beneath it, the cursor makes that square turn red because the little square goes, oh, there's a cursor over the top of me now, which is irritating. And that happens every single time I close a window on Windows. Why? It doesn't serve any purpose. I know that the X is there. I know when I've clicked it because it doesn't need to change shape. It used to be a simple little grey button. Yeah, it just showed you like the movement of a button. Okay, that's fine. But no, now they've decided, oh, it needs to be a big red box. We need to really tell the user they've clicked on it now. What next? The entire screen flashes red just to show the user that they've clicked on something? It's the most insulting thing. It's like, imagine if you were walking down the street and someone said, hey, you know what? You've just moved your right foot forward. Oh, wait. You've just actually moved your left foot forward as well. Oh, you're doing the right foot again. Eventually, you'd just sock them in the face and they'd be out of your way. They'd be out of your way and a memory. But you can't do that with the morons who are designing this software, and they're sitting there going, oh, aren't we wonderful? We've created this wonderful software that's just changing the world. You're taking a big, I don't want to be crude, but you are causing a big problem to all of society. So this starts off with Hotmail, a simple program, a simple web page that's been great. They could have left it as exactly as it was 20 years ago, and it would be perfectly fine. It's a simple email site. It's nothing. There's nothing big and wonderful about it, but they keep trying to modify it, perfect it, and every time I use it, it's different. And how do you get web people, web programmers, or software programmers? How do you get them to stop doing what they're doing when their job title implies that they can never, ever, ever stop? What we need to do is relabel them as software non-developers to get the message into their heads that they need to stop. Just abandon the word developing. It's software programmers. It was always fine. People were programmers. They want to call themselves funky names like, I'm a coder. I'm a coder. You're a programmer. I'm a developer. No, you're a programmer. Enjoy it. But don't make everyone else pay for your little supreme power trip, or your feeling that you're doing something wonderful. This is a really sincerely big problem. The whole internet's ruined because of it. And in fact, I would put this out into society. I would broaden this to society as well. You can't get any customer service now because the same thing has leaked out into the world. Oh, we won't listen to the customer. They don't matter. In the past, the customer was king. And shops are starting to, they're wondering, why are people unhappy with our service? And they've started to pick up on it, and they've started to revise and revamp their customer service because they've noticed it's all gone down the pan. Well, the same is true with programming. Programming is dead. It's ruined. Because the guys are not listening to the customer, the user. And every user, I mean, what's it called? The forums online are full to the brim of people just saying, stop messing with the software. Why has Microsoft taken something and ruined it? It was perfectly fine. Why have Adobe taken something and ruined it? And you can actually see Adobe's response, which is this. They literally, well, they won't even respond. In the past, if you had that kind of response to any product, they would issue a statement like, we're really sorry, we messed with this, we'll put it back as soon as we can. Now they're just like arrogant. Like, user? The user wants to tell us what we have to produce for them? How dare they? And that's the attitude that software companies have. They think that they're a big deal. Maybe it was when the attitude of the triumph of the nerds came out in the late 90s. Oh, wow, how wonderful. Oh, these programmer boys, they've really made good, good business. They've made good in the world. Really? We have? That must mean we're special. We're elite. And they just carried on blowing smoke into the vicinity to make them feel great for ages and ages, and they've got big heads now. And it didn't help, I think, old Bill Gates being extremely wealthy. He's sitting there like, I'm so rich now. I can tell everybody what to do. That's not a good accent for him, or not a good impression, but whatever. He's just sitting there thinking he's like a massive deal. He's just a programmer. Oh, you know what? I've got such power now. No, just a programmer, dude. Just a programmer. So stop what you're doing. Listen to the customer. Listen to the user. And you'll make good programs. Stop messing with them. Leave them alone. We're sick of seeing how wonderful you can be. It's ruined everything. Genuine commentary.